Chris Christie spoke at CPAC to kiss the ring of the crazy people he's going to need to vote for him in 2016, and he's going to brag about fucking over workers.
A few years ago, our pension fund and our public employee health benefit fund together was over $130 billion in debt. And we put together a plan to do the things that they should be doing here in Washington, D.C. on entitlements, raise the retirement age, end cost of living adjustments, more penalties for early retirement, and more money being put into the system by the people who are actually benefiting from it. And after we proposed this, you can imagine that I was extraordinarily popular with the public employee unions. And so we decided to do what we do in New Jersey, not to go to the Chamber of Commerce and have a lunch. I decided to go to the New Jersey Firefighters Convention. Went to the Firefighters Convention, and I was introduced, and it was significantly a longer walk to the stage than it was up here. And that entire time, I was being bathed in the love of the public employee unions. When I got up to the stage, the person running the convention said, "Governor, I'm sorry for the reception." I said, no. I came up to the podium like this, and I said, as they were booing the hell out of me, I said, "Come on, you can do better than that. Let's go." And they did. And then I said to them, I had a prepared remarks to make, and I took them, and I tore them up, and I threw it at the side of the stage. And I said, so here's the thing. I understand that you're angry. And I understand that you feel deceived. And I understand why you're booing. The only thing I don't understand is why you're booing the first person to ever come here and told you the truth. The truth is that if we don't change these pensions, you're not going to collect them.
That is a lie. That's a lie. And I'll prove it to you. He says we had to cut pensions. We had no choice. We had to do it. Well, the total number that he did cut is $3 billion. Keep that number in mind. That's very important. So why don't we take a look at areas where he didn't cut? He spent $18 million on the Super Bowl. Why the Super Bowl needs taxpayer funding, your guess is as good as mine. It's an incredibly profitable venture, and it could do well in the free market. It doesn't need the help of government. It doesn't need socialism to improve it, but he gave $18 million for the Super Bowl. He gave $400 million to improve the Meadowlands. Yet again, fail. Why are you giving money for sporting ventures? He also did a $1.1 billion income tax break that mostly benefited the top 1%. 40% of the benefits of this went to the top 1%. Okay? He also did a $1.57 billion break for dozens of New Jersey's largest companies after they pledged to add jobs. And how did that work out? Side note, he gave Goya an $80 million tax cut. They created a total of 9 jobs. He gave Campbell's Soup a $42 million tax cut to create jobs in Camden. They proceeded to cut 100 jobs. So if you add up all the different examples there, all the different areas where he could have actually cut spending and didn't, it totals $3.1 billion. So that's all for the rich and the corporations, that he preserved giving them their tax breaks, their extra tax breaks, giving them their subsidies and, giving money to the NFL and whatnot. But you're telling us that you needed to cut the pensions. But that's wrong. You could have prioritized for the hard workers, and you could have prioritized for the people in New Jersey first, but you didn't. You put the rich and the corporations ahead of them. So you're a liar. It's all a matter of priorities. You needed to save $3 billion. You could have saved it in the ways that I just laid it out for you, without doing the extra tax breaks for the rich, without giving us subsidies for the Super Bowl, but you didn't. You went out of your way to specifically screw over the workers. And he admits it too. You heard him at the beginning there. He is bragging about raising the retirement age. Who brags about raising the retirement age? The United States of America already works harder and longer than most industrialized nations in the world. What, we're the only one that got it right and they're the ones that got it wrong? I mean, this idea that we should spend our lives just renting ourselves out on the marketplace to our corporate overlords and we just act like a spoke in a wheel. We're just a part of a machine and it's just, well, this is what I do because Massa wants me to do it. No, everybody's a human being. You deserve time off. You need time off. And you need a pension. You need to go to the people who need it the most and cut it. It shows your character.